Welcome to Proform Racing. Proform were the first to provide visualized race data, and not only do our guides contain outstanding information, they also utilize some cool graphics to make it easy for you to interpret our data. In a previous video, we already outlined the new changes to the past performance grid. And in this video, I just want to take a moment to describe some changes we have made to the horse and sire go-in performance tables in our race guides to help you make informed betting decisions quickly. The old past performance grid summarized each horse's record based on win-run percentage strike rate given the official go-in. Some of you would have noticed that this space looked void of information in the guides. Well, this was for a good reason, and after lots of number crunching in the background. What is now displayed in the race guide is a new go-in grid which contains data bars that visualize the performance of the horse under different conditions to make it easy for you to identify patterns or preferences. Let's take a closer look. The horses listed in the go-in grid statistics table is ordered by our Proform power rating to make it easier for you to determine the top and bottom rated horses based on our numbers. Each column represents a horse's performance on different go-ins logically grouped together, with the official go-in for today's race highlighted here. The data bars within each column represent the information contained here. Therefore, the data bar is colored green because the horse's strike rate is 15% or above. The figure of 15% was arrived at after extensive research using the Proform software. So horses with a strike rate below this figure are colored red. In the new grid, we've added place data, and this information is also factored into the size and color of the graphic. So for example, this horse has run 4 times. However, our research concluded that although the horse has placed once, this is still below par based on number of runs, and therefore the data bar is colored red. Notice also this data bar is colored grey. This color represents indeterminate form, neither good or bad. The length of the data bar represents magnitude. So now, if the official go-in changes before the race starts, you can instantly review the horse's record under the new go-in conditions by referencing the information under the relevant column. The other new feature we have implemented is that the go-in columns change based on the code of racing. So now if we look at an all-weather race, in this example a race at Kempton, each column represents a different all-weather go-in with the race service conditions highlighted here. And so if we now step back a bit, you can determine each horse's surface preference or see any patterns in the data. And because each data bar is coloured, you can determine good strike rates from bad quickly using your eye when scanning the rows and columns. If we now turn our attention to the go-in related changes for each horse's sire, based on the feedback we received from subscribers, we have created new tables grouped logically for the different go-ins so you can quickly determine each horse's ground preference based on breeding by just referencing the information in each table. So for this race, horse number 2 Marjong, who is sired by Mount Nelson, performs the worst of the sires in this race on the all-weather surface. If we now break this down by fibre sand, we can see because the table is ordered by the AE index, horses sired by Mount Nelson perform poorly on fibre sand. But given this race is at Kempton on polytrack, the sire Mount Nelson sits at the bottom of our list under these surface conditions. This concludes our video on the changes to the go-in information presented in Proform Race Guides. For further instructional videos, information and subscription options, please go to our website www.proformracing.com. You can also contact us via email or contact us using the social media links shown on the screen.